Hey everyone, welcome on this video where I will show you that today's headset, like the 8K Plus or even the Quest 2, have better images than what is displayed on your screen in 1080p. I have already heard, when is VR going to be better than 1080p, or what does the picture looks like compared to 1080p? It can't be so good yet. Well, yes, it's better for a while with the 8K Plus and even now with the Quest 2. And I'm talking about the image seen behind the lens here, against what a 1080p screen display and not a virtual screen in big screen or virtual desktop. And that's not bad already. Here, to illustrate my point, a capture of Elite Dangerous. So far nothing unusual. I launched the game without VR in 1080p and did the capture. We can see here what the text looks like on a screen in 1920 by 1080 pixels. And if we zoom up close, this is what it looks like. Now, here a photo through the lens of an 8K Plus when the game is in VR. Let's compare it with 1080p. And keep in mind that the picture's quality is poor. It's much better than what we see in the headset than when we play it on screen. Let's take a look at DCS now. Okay, so it was impossible for me to launch it on screen. It just launches into VR whatever I do. Here is a capture of the game in VR mode. Let's focus on this part of the cockpit. There is some text that appears, but impossible to read what is written, and there is some stuff written all over here. Now, let's look at the photo through the lens of the 8K Plus and Quest 2. It's important to note that the photo is not even good, and the text, for example, is much more readable than on this picture. Let's compare it with what the screen was showing earlier. Again, compared to what you see in a gameplay or just a capture, the picture is clearly significantly better in VR than in 1080p. The Pimax 8KX and even more the HP Reverb G2 must be able to display a 1080p screen equivalent to the one that you would have in front of your eyes in a virtual desktop, like virtual desktop or big screen, to name a few, but that's another story. So here is the proof that the 8K Plus or even the Quest 2 display an image superior to 1080p. And also see that these two headsets have a pretty good image. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching until the end. If you liked it, please slide it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I wish you a happy end of year holidays despite the pandemic that makes things complicated. It was a Dix. Bye!